Welcome to today's Drive Talk show. We're going to be discussing all about cars, and today we've got the Toyota Rush. That is what we're going to be focusing on. But before we get to the Toyota Rush, I'll take you through the Zimbabwean car of the year, and then Joe will take you through the car tip of the week. Cee will take you through the car review of the week, and for the joke of the week, I don't know whether the joke is going to be Joe on the joke or the joke is going to be on Joe.
It's always a joke.
So I'm there.
We'll see it when we get there.
And I'm Cynthia. You can call me C.
And I'm Joe. Welcome to Drive Talk. Every week we do this on Thursday between 1:05 and 25 minutes before we get to 12 o'clock. Let's start off as Dre alluded to the breakback to the car of the year 2019 and what has been happening so far.
This is one car of the year. It's on. It's kicking. And Isuzu is still leading. Yeah, I don't know whether I should say I'm tired of telling you, but that's
what it is.
Isuzu is leading, and the others are following a distant.
Way behind.
Yes.
The 2%, the 3%, the 1 and the zeros. We won't mention that.
And our Facebook is kicking as well. That's the Zimbabwean car of the year. Facebook was Zimcot.
All right, and we still have plenty of other weeks to be voting for this.
We until mid-May, and the function itself is at the end of on the 29th of May.
All right, so let's go through the car tip of the week this afternoon. You guys, have you ever been driving around our roads in the middle of the night?
Not really. It's scary, hey, out there at night on our roads because smash and grabs. There's people tailing you sometimes. It's getting crazy on the roads.
Much more crazy. But actually, I knew you were going to go there. That's exactly the opposite direction where I want to go. Because when you're driving in the roads in the evening and you're going on a long road trip, say we're going to Mashingo, which of those roads do you enjoy the most?
Bulawayo.
Mtare, Bulawayo. Seems like the whole continuation of Mutare to Bulawayo is a pretty good road.
Yeah, very good road.
But the Mashingo road is so bad. So our driving tip for this afternoon is going to be tips on driving in Zimbabwe. And I'm doing this for all my friends that have been traveling to Zimbabwe that I might be here for the very first time.
Tell us.
Welcome to Zimbabwe. Here's our car tip of the week.
Car tip of the week.
All right, so apparently when you're driving late at night, approach traffic lights very slowly. And this is when you're in the urban area. And if it all looks clear, proceed carefully across the junction, even if the light is red. Night car hijacks do sometimes happen, usually at traffic lights. You did a mention to that. But at the same time, when you are driving on our roads in Zimbabwe, they tend to be a little bit not so well lit. So you don't have all the markings in the road. You don't have all the lights that afford you to just dip your lights. So make sure you approach carefully and at very comfortable speeds, and you make sure you do not focus your eyes on the bright lights ahead of you. Always maintain a slight distance away from the car that you're actually passing along the roads if it is a narrow road. Another tip for you this afternoon is to always be polite to policemen, and they'll most likely wave you through. Be polite. I mean, it's in every country, but I'm saying this for anybody who's traveling to Zimbabwe right now. Just be polite to a policeman. They're really they are nice people.
Yes, they are very nice people when they want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Otherwise, who knows what will happen next time you're caught on the road.
Exactly. Be polite to your policeman. If you are maybe coming from a place like America where they drive on the right? Just at least let them know, you know what, I'm here for the very first time. Maybe your car has got a license plate in Zimbabwe. They might not know you're just here for 2 days or just here now. you just arrived. So you just tell them, guys, I've just been here. I'm finding it a little bit weird driving on the left, but thank you very much, and just be kind to our policemen.
True, although I think that's a whole show that we should have with the PR department from ZRP traffic.
What somebody once said, they said if you just want the police to let you go, you just say officer, and they feel so respected and they let you go, eh?
Honorable officer.
Yeah.
Really?
Or you say, I'm selling insurance, life insurance. They don't like life insurance, guys. So
Really, guys?
Bye.
Okay. 30 minutes after what is your time right here on Drive Talk. We're going to go to our car review of the week. And today we are reviewing the new Toyota Rush.
Car review of the week.
There you go.
Car review of the week. Yeah, so we had some time with the Toyota Rush.
Lovely time.
Yesterday, fantastic time. It was launched last Friday in Zimbabwe. The Toyota Rush has been available in the South African market and in other markets for quite a while, but for some reason we were not getting it. So we had a fantastic time yesterday with the Toyota Rush, taking it around the town to see how it drives. So maybe Dre can tell us about the exterior. I'll talk about the drivetrain.
The exterior, look, it looks like a baby Fortuner, an Avanza. If you look at it from the front, it's got the looks of most Toyota, the latest Toyota
Hilux
ranges or so. Yeah, but I would love to think that it's a baby Fortuner.
Baby Fortuner. You guys have this tendency of trying to make other cars look like other cars.
It's not a tendency, but we are on radio. We have to describe the car.
Okay. It's like, okay, if you squint a little bit, it kind of looks like...
Well, it's a cross between, it's kind of a cross between a Fortuner and a RAV4 when I look at it, but it still does have that Avanza feel. It still does look a lot like a modern Avanza.
Quite a really modern Avanza, I should say myself. It looks good. It really, really looks good. It's one car that I would drive.
Tell us maybe more about the interior, Joe.
Well, the interior is nothing to go home. What's that?
What do you not like about
it?
Yeah,
it's plasticky. Okay, almost all the feels inside the car.
Remember, it's an entry level.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's for my pocket. I don't mind that. And plus the fact that I'll be carrying all my kids and vasukuru in there. If they spill on anything, if they mess it up, I can just wipe it.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, I think that was great.
You forgot the color blocking. It's got that crazy color blocking, the white and the black.
I love that.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't want it on the doors. It is there on the doors. Imagine
I didn't like
what
the
it
color
would be
blocking.
like in a few weeks' time. It will get a bit grubby and dirty.
I didn't like it. If my kid comes in there and it's got a mighty marker here, she felt icho or vanyora papanika white kanaka off white kako.
But it looks good though, from a practical perspective. I hear what you're saying, like the dirt, but this is where the plastic aspect comes in. You can easily wipe it off. It's not a hassle to clean. Well, the driving of the Rush, we drove, all of us did drive the Rush. It's a 1.5 liter engine. It's the soul of a Yaris, really, on a big body. So it takes
engine Yaris.
Engine Yaris, yeah. It's designed by Daihatsu, apparently, in Indonesia. So that's the engine on that.
It's like taking the heart of a cat and putting it on an elephant.
But it's perfect for city driving. Hey, it's perfect. Can I must touch and stop?
No, I'm trying. You say we're painting a picture.
It drives very well, though. Engine changing gears is very smooth, and kamota kadika kanetse town parking and everything. It's still quite good, but still gives you all that space that you need in the back. The boot space, quite in a seats in a 7 seat. You can fit 7 seats.
That was a plus for me.
Of course, the last third row of seats is probably more for kids than for adults. And apparently it goes from 0. I didn't take it to 100 though. It goes from 0 to 100 in about 13 seconds. Which is not bad. Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I did. Look, it's
I was in no mood, in fact, to actually trust and try the 0 to 100 in so many seconds. I wasn't going to do that. It's the rush. We're in women's month, by the way. It is largely for women.
It's a mommy's car.
It's a mommy's
It's
car.
a family
the soccer
car.
mom.
So she's never going to, take it from 0 to 100.
Ngachimanya samweka.
Guys, 0 to 100.
Mapiano lessons.
0 to 100.
Yeah.
If you're a woman and you're listening to this show, please come to us on 0719 100 404. Have you ever taken your car to 100 km per hour?
Why not?
No, I'm just asking. Just
Yeah,
like,
well, ladies out there,
you
please,
have, see, because I know how you drive.
we have a need for speed.
Okay, so we're gonna go.
And it's got outputs of 77 kilowatts and 136 nm. Yeah, so
that's
not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
For a mommy's car.
But ground clearance is actually quite good as well on this. And let's not talk about those 17-inch alloy wheels, that come standard on that, and ABS.
I love the rims.
Exactly, the rims
I love the
look
rims.
superb.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any Toyota that has those kind of rims.
It really felt like, as you said, a cross between a Fortuner and etc. The wheels then come into play when you start looking at it in that kind of perspective.
Yeah.
That it kind of looks like a bigger car. It's got a heart of a cat in an elephant and that kind of stuff.
But it's still nimble enough
it's still
to
okay.
jump
And
and go.
the pair of a cat.
And the purr of while it's an elephant. And the purr of a cat. Okay, so we're going to move on now to our weekly spin teaser this afternoon, and we're going to be finding out more about Dre. Who is Dre? If you didn't know, stay tuned.
Catch Drive Talk every Thursday between 1 and 1:30 p.m. on CAPITALK 100.4 FM with Cee, Dre and Joe for all your latest motoring news and upcoming trends.
All right, 20 minutes after 1 is your time on CAPITALK 100.4 FM. We're still on the drive and the drive talk, and we're right here on CAPITALK 100.4 FM. You can live stream with us on www.facebook.com/CAPITALK 100.4 FM, and you can find us there as we talk all things cars because we love our cars. Let's go into our weekly spin teaser this afternoon. And today, after hearing so good things about Cee the other day, we want to find out about Dre. A lot of people are wondering who's this guy. And if you go on our Facebook, he's got a really neat mustache, or should I say a horseshoe beard. Who is Dre? Who is Dre? We are curious. Everybody's curious.
Okay. The long and the short of it is I was born loving cars. My mother says that when I was born, I think when I was leaving Rusape General Hospital, whenever my dad stopped his car, I would cry. So I was 3 years old. So I think I would love to say that I started loving cars when I was 3 years. When I was 3 days old. Yeah.
3 days.
Yes.
Saka paibuda baba waiva wachema.
Motorbike yangu mira never ndashamba. So I think that's when I started loving cars.
Okay.
And since then I've not stopped. And I take pride that I started driving when I was grade 7.
What is your best car? The best car that you've driven so far?
Oh my God. A BMW, man. Diesel manual.
It's
525.
The what?
BMW 525.
525.
Manual. I love manual cars.
Okay.
Yeah, manual turbo, diesel.
All right.
Wow.
So is that your ultimate dream car? All things
No, I've
being
driven that, but I'm saying that's the car that I love.
Okay. Okay.
Because that thing is fast, man.
And your dream car?
That's my. I don't have a dream car. I just love cars.
You just love
I
cars.
just love cars.
Just out of curiosity, does your car have a name?
What do you mean my car isn't it?
Do you have a car? Does your car have a name?
Oh,
People
okay.
name their
Oh, yeah,
cars.
yes.
When you
Oh,
get a
this
car,
is Betty.
Do you
Oh.
name your car?
Pet name for a car? Nah,
Yeah.
no. I don't do that.
No.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
It's just your car.
Yeah.
See, do you have
just
one?
My car. It's just my car, but I'll tell you things that I don't like about. I don't like people who eat my car. I don't like people who bring their own music in my car. things there. But I just
With the music I get, but eating,
Somebody gets into your car and they just say, here's my flash. It's got nice music in there.
Good
You know,
music.
all those people who get into my ride, and the next thing they open their windows and they leave those windows open. I don't like that.
Dre, you just sound so old, man.
No, man, I'm fussy about my car.
That's okay. That's all right. So we're going to be talking about the Toyota Rush. Our guest from Toyota will be joining us just in a few seconds. But at the same time, we'd love to hear from you on 0719 100 404. Let us know what you think about the Toyota Rush. Did you get a chance to visit Toyota as well and find out this new car that is available from Toyota Zimbabwe? Shortly, we'll be having that conversation with our guest from Toyota.
Catch Drive Talk every Thursday between 1 and 1:30 p.m. on CAPITALK 100.4 FM with Cee, Dre and Joe for all your latest motoring news and upcoming trends.
It is 24 minutes after 1 on CAPITALK 100.4 FM. So, Cee, let's do this while we wait for a guest. He's just arrived, and let's find out from the man himself to tell us more about Toyota, the Rush that has come through. Welcome, good honorable say. Welcome to CAPITALK 100.4 FM. We're busy just giving him his headphones and his chair. He hasn't even breathed to say, whew.
I'll be fine.
Before we start bombarding him with the...
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Yes.
So maybe he can start by introducing himself.
Yes. Mishek Mugoni. I'm working with Toyota Zimbabwe. And yes.
All right. Let's talk about the new Toyota Rush. We had a chance to drive it. We had a chance to feel it. We had a chance to do all things with it except take it to, to the limits. Because it's but let's talk about it. What's this all about?
Toyota Rush is a new arrival on the market. And of course, it is a middle class SUV. And it is in the top in that class. It is really top in that class. In the
Class
middle.
leading?
Yes. Yeah, SUV.
You think so?
Yes, suburban utility vehicle. It's a real utility vehicle. This Zimbabwe is going to love.
But yeah, it's SUV. Rush is more of
I love this
MPV. MPV more than SUV.
Yes. But Toyota, we love to classify as the SUV. It's a utility vehicle.
Okay.
If you look at it, that these days, you find that you go to minimize on your fuel consumption, and this is the real vehicle, for the family to go around, for the staff. You can use it as staff bus. This Toyota Rush. Yeah. Yes.
About your VVTi engine, how is that different from the previous?
I know as Zimbabweans we are obsessed by turbocharge. Turbocharge. No way.
We are preempting our questions.
No. This is a dual VVTi, variable valve timing. All you are talking about here, the charge into the system. How much air you put into the engine to produce the torque. That you so need. So there's no need for a turbo for this one.
No, I agree with you, Mdara. It was one day because you me 45 liter
tank 45 liters, but you can go places because this is only a 1.5.
How many kilometers?
Kilometers, it depends on your foot.
Driving.
Some guys are heavy, on the right foot.
Generally, they say 100 Ks with 8
okay, you can actually enjoy 8 to 9 like that
So we give you maybe about 700 kilometers or so.
On a full tank you can go up to 800 on the open. Again, like I say, it depends on your right foot. Yes, it depends on your right foot. But the vehicles of today, like you said about the power and this and that, when you talk of VVTi and then electronic fuel injection, you're really talking of the power. It's a powerhouse. So really, you cannot say 700. What's 700? 800, to be with 800. That 45 liter tank. Yeah.
I would have wanted more power. I felt like power so kicking.
When was that? Was that on takeoff or when did you expect the power?
Flag.
from I think
a bit of
Take
luck
from
from
takeoff.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
from takeoff.
Right. You see what happens. You can do a certain distance, or you can reach a certain speed in one gear. So the takeoff gear, it's a long gear.
It's a long stretch.
Yes, it's a long
gear
stretch.
ratio are in longer.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can actually reach
but
top
actually
speed.
it's right, I feel that.
But by the time you exhaust that one takeoff gear, the others will be following.
So you
But
need
imagine-
higher
but
revs.
imagine you see what happens
No,
is,
yeah.
if somebody's driving that car,
Yes.
they will feel because that long stretch, guys.
It doesn't pronounce. You don't hear the acceleration, because once again, isn't it, we change our gears because we hear the acceleration getting high. With the rush, you are rushing somewhere, but with the rush, so you don't feel like you're straining anything on this vehicle. Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it. I'm going to be quite honest. It's the kind of car that takes me to places. I don't have to worry kuti zvazodai handitika
Sure, yeah.
ndoziva kuti ne 1.5 yangu svondo rangu rinopera ndendadya malita zangu akawanda sei vana vangu vese vanokwana ari 7
Exactly.
imomo.
Yes.
Tichienda kubhora.
Tichienda kubhora tichienda kupi.
Yes, and
Plenty of room.
and of course, these days, it's cheaper to travel, as a group, and this can actually do it.
True.
Also, like I say, a utility vehicle, you can use it for many other purposes.
Exactly.
You can carry luggage. You can actually flatten the seats inside there that you really like have a deck. And I'm not suggesting this for the young couples. But that's a utility vehicle for you. You can take luggage, how much luggage you want, you can still take it.
All right,
How is the car doing? On the market.
You quite
Sales?
right. We just launched on the 7th, that is last Friday. Already 5 have been paid for.
Okay.
So you can see people are really rushing for the rush, to get it.
Rushing for the
But-
rush.
Who is it
but-
competing against?
It is competing against many other Macs, because
Taura yenyu musatye but toda kuzati ndeipi because kana ndiri
Direct
ndiri kutenga
competition yenyu.
inokompita nechii mota iyi.
I'm not quite positive, about whoever has come on the market. But you can actually see on the grey market, those which have come, from abroad. That's where you see the Hondas, this and that. But as
But there's
a
no other
direct import,
seven-seater.
a direct import. Let's talk of official vehicles here. Official vehicles are those vehicles made specifically for our market. And I'm still
There's
to
no other
see one.
seven-seater in that range.
I'm still
Or
to
the-
see-
or
I'm-
the small SUVs.
I'm still to see one, except the RAV4. You remember our RAV4 we have
Was
just
that a
launched.
seven-seater as well?
Yes, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Saka, in terms of with fuel, Toyota usually tests cars thoroughly before they bring them in here. In terms of fuel, they do how is it compatible with this Russia?
Yeah, our fuel is quite compatible, and normally what we do with Toyota vehicles, we take our fuel, we send it to Japan, the original equipment makers. So they analyze our fuel. They actually run the vehicle with fuel and then take the oil into the tribology, analyze how much fuel content has gone down or has been wasted. So that is very important for an engine. It actually protects the engine. So our fuels, they've passed the standards by our original equipment makers.
I love the tribology that you just threw in there, Babongo.
Takutukwa, man.
Warranty.
3 years 1,000, 3,100, yeah.
100.
Whichever
3
comes
years,
first.
whichever comes first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So you made this car largely or mainly for women? Am I correct?
For the Zimbabwean market, if
Okay.
I might say that.
Okay.
Yeah, because women are not very much bus drivers, Yeah, but they're quite suitable. Fanika vachenda kuruwadzano, that's the vehicle to use.
Kana
Yes.
uchienda nightclub.
Ku nightclub with that one, with the power that it has, kuma nightclub hatizowa encourage kudaro.
All right. But kuruwadzano, it's okay.
Kuruwadzano, it's okay, vachienda kana kitchen parties vachienda chete kudzoka vozotsvaga drive.
Girls drive out.
I like that last part.
Girls drive out.
Designated driver.
We are in our car review of the week and we're reviewing the Toyota Rush right here on Capital 100.4 FM. Mukoma masvika taka gombo rakamira rihwani ikoko takakumirira chaizvo. But how is Toyota doing within the market though? I know there's a lot of issues pertaining to imports, amwe motikari dzinenge dziri second hand and stuff like that. How are you guys faring?
will know, like I mentioned, official vehicles are official vehicles. Because let's look at the after sales. It's very important how well the vehicle is serviced. How do we obtain the spare parts? So as an official vehicle, yes, we've got a whole array of spare parts. It's a complete backup. So with the Rush, like I say, official vehicles, we don't have a problem.
All right.
Yes.
All right. It is 27 minutes before we get to 2 o'clock. Any last two questions for our Toyota sales rep? Because Voya Wachinyasu Tengesa Toyota Rush.
I think to a great extent is.
Don't we have any questions?
I wish I could be a salesman.
To a great extent, Zimbabwe is Toyota country, really. Like Vanvanoda Toyota. But how much of that is like because of what the car actually is, as opposed to kungoda mtupo we motka?
Yeah, for people to belong to a certain mtupo, it's because they know the good things about it. Toyota has actually made a name in Zimbabwe here, and it's a number one product.
Yeah.
All we have to do is to give it the correct after sales service.
Okay.
But as a product, Toyota is number one.
Let's go through our WhatsApp platforms. Anonymous says, can the vehicle carry a coffin when things come to worse? I have a Toyota Noah. It's multi-purpose. Can this Rush do the same?
Like I was talking about, like I was saying, that you can actually play around with the seats. The seat arrangement is very versatile. You can fold the seats, and let's take a coffin, maybe the casket or whatever the size of the coffin. If you fold the passenger seat and the other, the second row and third row, they're all down, you can actually put your coffin and you can leave some room.
Wouldn't advise that.
No, guys, when things come to worse.
Exactly. You can't.
You
you talk about a Toyota Noah. You talked about a Toyota Noah.
He says
there's a guy that I know and talk about Toyota Noah.
Yeah, that's abuse. That's abuse. That's abuse of equipment.
It's abuse.
But really, this utility vehicle you can actually use it, for longer luggages. Off-road, this one, like the previous one, the Avanza, it's on a bed of a truck. It's a rear-wheel drive, a rigid rear axle. So Kumusha, you can go without any problem. With the exact load.
Which truck is this? The Hilux.
Well, if I say a truck bed, Hilux like, okay, if I might put it that way, yeah.
All right.
Oh, so it's a single frame.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's actually a frame. Well, when you talk of a single frame, be careful. There's a mono construction where the board and the panels is one. But this one, we have got rails, like that, and then cross members.
Single rail.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. 25 minutes before we get to 2 o'clock. Let's take a break. We'll be back straight after this.
Catch Drive Talk every Thursday between 1 and 1:30 p.m. on CAPITALK 100.4 FM with Cee, Dre and Joe for all your latest motoring news and upcoming trends.
All right, time for us to wrap up the show. Thank you very much to our Toyota guest in the studios.
Mishek
Mugoni. Joke.
Oh, joke.
Yeah.
You want the joke?
You want the joke?
Are you guys ready
Joe
for
is
the
on
joke?
joke or the joke is on Joe?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Car joke of the week.
All right, so Mukoma Mishek, you're gonna help us with this one, okay? Why can't motorcycles hold themselves up?
Hey, you really got me here. Motorcycles, they cannot hold.
Why can't they hold themselves up, like to stand alone, like they gas? Why can't they hold themselves up?
Because it is a bicycle. It's on two wheels. It's only the centrifugal that can make it.
Unless it is a transformer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You said it's because it's got. Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm waiting to laugh on Sunday.
Because they're too tired.
Oh, they got two tires. They're too tired.
You see?
Too
tired.
TIRET. Yes.
I give the best jokes, don't I?
No.
Laugh on Sunday.
Thank you very much for joining us on Drive Talk this afternoon. My name is Joe.
And I'm Cee.
Dre driving out.
Mishak Mgodi from Toyota.
Okay.
Catch Drive Talk every Thursday between 1 and 1:30 p.m. on CAPITALK 100.4 FM with Cee, Dre and Joe for all your latest motoring news and upcoming trends.
The way of the world, the society we live in, all captured on the society. 100.4 FM.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
100.4 FM.
And snakes and stones never broke my bones, so calm down.
100.4 FM.
It is 22 minutes before we get to 2 o'clock, and welcome to our Throwback Thursdays this afternoon. We're going to start off with a little bit of music, and then we'll play the recording from our very first Throwback Thursdays on CAPITALK 100.4 FM.
You're the only one made through the fire, burning fire. You're the only one who made it to the other side.